Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineonmypocket.com. Today I have an interactive card to share with you using this mini slider die from Heffy Doodle. I'm also going to be using that mole stamp set and the I Love You die with a shadow here. You can see it's got two pieces and also some grass dies here. Now this is a smaller stamp set and I was really excited to make it interactive. You might notice that I don't make a lot of interactive cards here on my channel because I'm going to be honest, sometimes they are crazy insane to put together and I just can't be bothered, but this one was not too terribly difficult. So I thought I'd share it with you. I actually enjoyed this interactive card so much, so you've got to see how it turns out. I'm starting out by putting together the I Love You dies. I cut the shadow out of a cream colored cardstock and the top layer in a lavender colored cardstock, and I glued those together using my favorite Nuvo Deluxe adhesive glue. I really like this glue because you can just add small dots and it really works well keeping things together, and that in my opinion is what a glue should do. So I really like this one. Now I'm going to take the weathered wood distress oxide and ink it on using this Arizona stencil. I love this mountain from this stencil. You can just slide it in through the cardstock in through the center of the stencil. Look there, and you get a beautiful result. This weathered wood oxide looks so gorgeous on this dark purple cardstock, so I really wanted to do this, and I think I was a little inspired by my nails. I've been making Halloween cards and I wanted to make a darker purple and black card. So that was the inspiration for this card today. Now I'm going to cut out those grassy hills and also the mini slider die. Now you need 2 pieces of the rectangle shape and 1 piece of the one that looks kind of like a spool of thread. This one here. So you need 1 piece of those. And now I'm cutting out some plastic from a grocery bag. And I'm cutting it so that the width of it fits right inside that piece right there. And I'm just going to wrap it around, and it's going to be rather loose. So you don't want this part to be too tight. Just put a piece of score tape on 1 piece of the plastic bag and then glue over that other piece so that it is one continuous loop. Now I'm going to just trim this a little bit, and you can see there is a little bit of slack here so that it's able to move up and down when I add the other pieces. So I know I'm a little off screen. I'm going to move it up here. Now just place another piece and add the rectangle slider. Now I did this wrong, so don't do it like I did it. I had to take this apart and start over. Basically what you want to do is you want to put the score tape at the bottom of the loop and then add that rectangle piece going towards the top. So see, the lever goes towards the top. Then turn it over, put another score piece at the bottom, and put the rectangle piece so that it goes towards the top. I hope that makes sense. So it's kind of backwards, but when you pull one of these, the other piece is going to go up or down. Now you're going to need to attach this with some foam tape so that the movement still has plenty of room to move around. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. But see here, this is going to pop up from behind that grassy border hill border. And I'm going to attach that mole piece to that, and it's going to be so cute. All right, so I'm going to add some peeled paint, Distress Oxide, to the grassy hills. Now it is nighttime in my little scene here, so it's pretty dark grass, but it's got a tinge of green to it. There you go. And I've already colored up the little moles and cut them out. They are so cute. And one of them has a little rose in his hand to give to the other one. I just think that's adorable. I'm adding some really thin foam tape to the slider, And now I'm going to attach it to the taller grassy hill, just like this, right there. And now you're going to see that that's going to pop up from behind the grass. This little mole is going to be attached to it, and he's going to be holding a little flower in his hand. So let's go ahead and put this together. I'm going to cut out the little notch here in that grassy piece, and also this little piece that has an arrow in it, so the recipient will know to pull down on this tab, and that's what's going to make the interactive card movement work. So I'll go ahead and attach that little arrow, just using some liquid glue, just like so. And then we're going to be ready to put this together. Now, adding some glue to this little guy and attaching it to the top of the flap. So I'm kind of positioning him down so you barely see him peeking out over the grass. And then I'll attach that little rose, and look at how cute he is when he pops up. Now I wish I would have cut down the background of that pull tab so it didn't show behind the little mole. So I'm going to fix that a little bit later, and you'll see that in just a minute. And that the other little mole sitting on top of the hill is going to be attached with some foam tape. This white piece that I inked up before with the weathered wood, it has fully dried now, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp down the sentiment that says "Sending a Mole Lotta Love." And that's going to be our sub-sentiment right under the "I love you." But before we attach all that, there is a little heart in this mole set, and I'm just going to stamp it down all over the background to give the background a little more interest. Now this is a really light ink, so it's not going to show up very well right now in the video, but I'm going to enhance that a little bit later so that it really does pop. But see that? Just a little subtle background. You can use a lot of your little stamps for a background to add just a little more interest to your cards. So we'll attach the "I love you," and we'll attach the sub-sentiment right there, right below the "I love you," and then I'll cut off the excess of that, just like so, and this panel is ready for the grass. To attach the grass, I'm going to add foam tape all along the back, and I think I did a double layer of that foam tape, and that's going to fit just right here. But before I added, I realized that I wanted the pull tab to be black when you pulled it open, so it wasn't so distracting. So all I'm doing is taking a black Copic marker and coloring up the rest of that tab. I'm leaving the arrow white, of course, so you can really see that and it stands out. But this way, when you open that mechanism, it's going to be black behind there. There you go, so cute. I guess I could have cut this out of black and then cut a little arrow out of white, so you can do it either way. But look how cute this little guy is when he pops up to say hello and give a rose and say, "I love you." Really cute. So I'm going to attach this now to a 110-pound card base, and this will be nice and sturdy for the recipient. Now, I think this is so adorable, but I do have to say that I think a mole is sort of related to a gopher, or semi-related, and my parents used to have gopher issues in their backyard. They backed up to a farmer, and the gophers would come up into their backyard quite often and cause a mess and make a lot of holes in the backyard. So they weren't really well loved, but on this card, I think they're cute. I'm adding some unicorn stickles to the hearts in the background to really make those glittery and shiny. And now here's our card, and you can see that I did trim down that piece behind the mole so it doesn't even show. And there you go. Our little card, super easy to put together with that interactive piece, and so cute. If you missed out on my llama cards, be sure to check out the video that I have linked here. And also, if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. It really does help with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this process today and that you'll come back again. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. I'll be back real soon with more card making inspiration. Until then, happy crafting. Bye-bye.